Hey, this is Ralph, and in this video I want to show you how you can use a few text functions in Excel in order to split up a large string. Now I have this situation come up for me quite a bit because of something I do in Excel, and it's where I have a large passage of text in one particular cell, but I know I'm going to be doing a mail merge, and there's a limitation when you do a mail merge from Excel to Word. It's limited to 255 characters for each particular cell. So what I want to do is I want to take a large chunk of content in one cell and split it up appropriately into multiple cells, and I'll do two here. So to start off and to test this, I do have a large string of text, 405 characters in this one cell. And basically these values right down here are the lengths of this cell. Now what I want to do is I want to split this chunk of text at a space roughly near the end or close to the 255 mark. So I need to find a space in that realm. So to practice this, right down here in cell A3, I'm going to do an equals mid. I take that back. I'm going to find a space. Now to find a space, I'm simply using an empty set of quotes within my example cell of A2. And then for the starting position, I'm just going to pick on starting position 240. You can have obviously up to 255 characters in a cell. I'm picking 240, just sounds reasonable. I can't imagine I would have a 15 character word. So yeah, I'll go ahead and do 240, and I'm going to find the location of a space. And it looks like for this particular string of text, I'm getting a space roughly, or not roughly, exactly at the 248th position. Good, I can work with that. Now, let me go into this formula, and I'm going to select the find portion, because I'm going to use this in a couple of situations. So I will copy that, just press enter to get out. Now I'm going to go to break this up. So in part one, this is going to be equal. I want the left of A2, comma, and I want to go up until that space that I found earlier. So I'll just paste in that find function, closing parentheses for the left function. And this is going to give me the beginning of that stage of the string. Okay, well that seems pretty good. And now over here for part two, this is going to be equals mid of the original, comma, my starting position, we'll just put in that find, closing parentheses. Actually, let's go ahead and do comma, number of characters. I'll set the number of characters to be 252. Can hold up to 255. I'll just pick 252. Now closing parentheses. And we can start to see this. Now it's going to seem a little bit weird and a little bit vague because I'm obviously using this lorem ipsum filler text. Now I can see this break is happening roughly around this word vestibulum and then at audio. So I'm going to go in my original text. I'm going to change the words at audio just to the word complete so that we can see that a little bit more clearly. And we can see that in part two, it is bringing in that space. So there's a trailing space being included. So I'm going to modify that part two function to include a trim function. Trim opening parentheses in front of the mid, and then another trailing closing parentheses at the end. Press enter to get rid of that space. Now, just to be clear, this part one, is it including a space or not? Because if I were to do a mail merge, and bring these two parts together into a phrase, is it going to get all messed up? Well, to find out, we can go to that function and I can say, you know what, I'm bringing in the left, I'm finding the characters. Let me go right after that find function and do a +1. And we can see that if I add one extra character, I am getting the letter C from the word complete, which gives us some assurance that not having this +1 in there is getting that space. So my final part of the part one is vestibulum, the last word, plus the space, and then we're going into part two. So if I'm going to do a mail merge into Word and I want to bring these parts together, it's no big deal. I just do a mail merge where I'm uniting part 1 and part 2 all within the same paragraph, and it's going to be back in business. Now, if you're doing this, if you're regularly doing passages of text or strings that are much longer, then you're going to need to break up your parts a little bit more using the same basic technique. However, I don't think I ever go passages that are more than 500 characters, so I think I'm going to be safe using this method. So there we go. So I did create a find function for a space somewhere near the end of the 255 character string to kind of help me find where that space was going to be. And then I used that find location within a left function for the first part and within a mid function for the second part, also making sure I trim out any leading spaces from that. So hope you found that helpful. Thanks for hanging out with me.